Good Monday afternoon, everyone. Welcome to GardenStateWeather.com, providing superior forecasting for the northern Mid-Atlantic. This is the afternoon video forecast discussion on the 19th of April, 2021. I'm meteorologist Robert Smith. We're going to do a quick update on the status of the observations this afternoon, and then we're going to give you our inside thoughts now on the thunderstorm potential for the northern Mid-Atlantic area on Wednesday afternoon and Wednesday evening. Start off with the temperatures and the station plots here. We have winds coming in off the ocean, so temperatures are generally running in the 50s right along the shore points here, the Barrier Strand Islands here, from Ocean County south, Monmouth and Ocean County south. Temperatures also on the South Shore and East Ends of Long Island in the low upper 50s to low 60s, also the North Shore and the South Shore of Connecticut as well. Temperatures inland are basically running in the low to the mid 60s, and the winds are all out of the west-southwest direction at this time. Let's take this off and just do air temperature right now, and this will give a clear viewpoint here of these temperatures, which are cooler right along the immediate coast and the South Shore and East Ends of Long Island as well. Let's see. And for the most part, we have a couple of subcloud raindrops coming down here across northeastern New Jersey, a few more back into northeastern Pennsylvania. The visibility is generally better than 10 miles, though, as these very, very light droplets coming down. Visibility is reduced in the Delmarva region because of a slew of, or just that shot of rain that's been prevalent across this region over the last several hours. We'll go into the visible spectrum right now. Lots of clouds shrouded around the area. Some of this is high clouds, and some of this underneath it is stratocumulus clouds. These are all stratocumulus clouds where the clearing has been evident here. There's some precipitation under this dome of, and very, very light, moderate amounts here, and across the Delmarva too. And this is a little bit of a heavier rain shower here in southeastern New Jersey. Take that off and put the visible back on again. And again, if we started out today with mostly sunny skies, but here comes the shield of warm air advection here. So we've got a shearing of two different kinds of cloud decks here, cirrus and underneath it stratocumulus. So the cloud cover is making for mostly obscured afternoon across the region where the sun was out earlier. It is now faded behind these two decks of clouds. And I think with all the cloud cover that we have in place right now, the temperatures of where they are is just about where they're going to get to this afternoon. And on the Storm Prediction Center's mesoscale analysis, here's that weak wave of low pressure over Virginia here, getting into and offshore the Delmarva here with some of that rain that's being provided. We have a little bit of a weakness here, a trough over the northeastern the northeast areas of New Jersey and the Hudson River Valley, Connecticut. And this is allowing for just a little bit steep lapse rates here and some of that stratocumulus clouds and even a couple of subcloud layer sprinkles getting in here. Our main system here is out over the Great Lakes and lifting into Canada and the St. Lawrence River Valley area. Other things I wanted to look at is the low-level lapse rates, and they're pretty high. They're pretty steep here, about 6.5 to 7 degrees Celsius up in this area here, and that's a pretty destabilized atmosphere, and that's the reason why we're having lots of these puffy cumulus clouds across the region. That's the low-level lapse rates. Mid-level lapse rates, again, a little bit unstable here across northeastern Pennsylvania, the Hudson River Valley area, here down around the Delmarva as well. A couple pockets of that. Precipitable water values have been fairly light, but they are peaking a little bit across the Delmarva and across Virginia, where that surface wave is located, about 0.07 of an inch here of water vapor content, and not too bad here in the northeast, basically about a ½ inch or less. So we know that the subcloud base layers are probably very dry and just a couple of droplets of rain coming down. And with those stratocumulus clouds, we have layers here where it's about 6,000 or 7,000 feet. With the stratocumulus clouds, the broken clouds above it are about 12,000, 10,000, 12,000 feet. And basically most areas here, except for Trenton at the moment, is reporting broken to scattered cloud cover, even overcast conditions. Temperatures again in the 60s. Dew points are comfortable. And let's see, the winds are pretty light. They're out of the southeast along the ocean ports here, and veering around out of the southwest, but basically at speeds less than 10 miles per hour. We use the 12Z model guidance from the HRR, which takes us out to 48 hours. Here's some of that rain now across the Dover and the Delmarva here, and Wilmington, Delaware, that shows up nice. A couple of these spokes here, also in the Hudson River Valley, Connecticut, scattered about the region. Lots of clouds around tomorrow too, but tomorrow there could be some breaks in the sunshine. We'll get to that in a moment, and temperatures are really going to spike into the 70s away from the water tomorrow, as warm air advection just builds in and a ridge of high pressure builds in temporarily. And then everything's going to change as a cold front comes closer to the area on Wednesday morning. And then we have to extrapolate this out into the NAM model guidance. And if we do that, well, that's going to denote as we get into Wednesday, that cold front gets closer, and so does the rain. And should be just a few spigots of showers around the region in the morning, but by the afternoon and evening, there is a squall line that's going to develop by 3 o'clock out towards the Poconos and then race rapidly to the east. There could be some very strong downburst wind gusts with this, as the low pressure is associated with this on the front, heading up in towards Poughkeepsie area and then Albany. And that line of showers and thunderstorms could be quite discrete but very heavy as we head into the 2 o'clock to 4 o'clock hour, as it scoots its way through all of New Jersey, the Hudson River Valley area, and then gets offshore further as we head into 7 o'clock on Wednesday. And this is very interesting too to look at, because there's some snow, believe it or not, showing up in the soundings here across north of 84 and 87 here up the thruway through Poughkeepsie. Not seeing much snow here, but there could be, again, there could be some convective elements to this. There could be some snow mixing in, or some graupel at least. I'm going to dial this back for a second here. Move this, got this darn thing all botched up. All botched up. All right, let's take a look. Let's take a look at the sounding here over Ononta. I can never pronounce that. The sounding at that time, look at this. Very steep lapse rates here. And a warm air aloft, and then a signature with underneath it. So very warm air aloft at 850, and then a slide back down. And, well, dendritic growth, could be some snow in this, or graupel actually would probably be more like it, or at least some sleet. Yeah. One of the other things I wanted to look at is the amount of precipitation along that squall line, if we can get in here, and that would be between now and Tuesday, Wednesday. Here comes Wednesday afternoon, and some of these showers and thunderstorms could be producing a copious amount of rain, better than an inch in spots in any of the heavier downpours that do follow this. But the main problem will be the shear. We're going to use the surface-based CAPE here, and right now there isn't much going on, but that's going to change as we head into Wednesday morning and Wednesday afternoon. And mostly speed shear here. This looks primarily like a speed shear event with downburst winds in any of the shower and thunderstorm along that squall line, and 10 meters above the ground level, and a little veering here at 850, and a crossover at 500 millibars here in blue and black. So this looks like, here we go. And this is the surface-based CAPE again, 1,000 to 1,500 joules per kilogram. Not too shabby for this time of the year, and that would be around 3 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the afternoon as it makes its way across from the west to the east across the region. And so some of these downpours are really going to be accompanied by downburst winds, and those winds are going to start howling. If we go back here at 10 meters here, we've got winds coming in out of the northwest and then veering out from 500 millibars out of the southwest. So we got some speed shear here, and some of these winds could be downdrafted into the thunderstorm line, the squall line itself, and then producing some wind damage. Let's see, why don't you look at the joules per kilogram here. Yeah, so 700, 800 joules per kilogram. There's some severe weather here that's coming in for Wednesday afternoon and basically early Wednesday evening before it reaches off the coast. Wednesday afternoon, again, 1,000 joules per kilogram, even higher than that in certain spots here. In the blues here, 1,100 joules per kilogram. So some of these downpours is definitely going to cause some problems. Okay, want to look at the what this is going to look like on the reflectivity according to the latest NAM model guidance. And here comes that SQALL line along the cold front. And it's got about 40, 50, 60 decibels in that line coming through. So that's some very heavy downpours associated with that. And those thunderstorms working their way into Yonkers, New York City, Long Branch, and the coast by 5 p.m. on Wednesday afternoon, and then slowly weakening as they move off the Jersey coast, but still some heavy downpours across Waterbury and Springfield, Mass, and down to Brentwood and central and eastern Long Island until this whole thing just begins to collapse. And about 30 feet off the ground, about 10 millibars, or 10 meters, actually 10 meters. I got some strong southwesterly winds on Wednesday morning already appearing, and some of these winds are going to obviously mix down. And as we get into the afternoon hours where that squall line comes in, that's where things get interesting, because some of these winds could be approaching severe levels in any of these thunderstorms, and that means that downdraft winds will be strong as well. Well, we know today we've topped out. Tomorrow we're going to be in the 60s and 70s, so tomorrow is going to be a very warm day. Normal temperatures are right around 60 or so, so we're going to be some 10 degrees or more above normal. And on Wednesday too, ahead of the cold front. But look, the temperature is dropping here to the west as that cold front comes through. Thursday, it's chilly, below normal again, back into the 50s, spiking back up on Friday. And Saturday back to normal again, or slightly above. And let's do the high temperatures anomalies. Well, for today, we're a couple of degrees above, not too bad. Tomorrow, again, about 10 degrees above. And sliding back on Wednesday just a little bit, but still above normal. Definitely well below normal by 10, 15 degrees. And as much as 18 degrees in the higher elevations of the Poconos and the mountainous areas here in Pennsylvania as we head into Thursday afternoon. And a little chilly about either side of normal here on Friday. We warm up just about normal again, or a few degrees above that in the urban areas here on Saturday and Sunday. Well, more rain's coming in, so the temperatures are going to fall back again about 2-4 degrees or so below normal for highs. Rainfall accumulation, this graphic I don't like because the squall line is going to be producing discrete cells which will provide higher amounts of precipitation than what this general graphic is showing, because it's not taking into effect the convective availability of the atmosphere. A lot of people are still planting things outside, and of course there's lots of flowers and stuff around outside. But if I were you, I'd be cautious, because by Thursday morning, temperature is going to dip below freezing in the higher elevations here of the Poconos and the upper reaches here into the lower Hudson Valley. And really just, outside of the immediate coast, temperatures could be near freezing. And again, on Friday morning, temperatures again in the 30 to 35 degree mark. So that could injure some of that vegetation out there. And then after that, overnight lows should be okay for the plants. Off the European model guidance, here's our vertical velocities for Wednesday afternoon around 2 o'clock, and anything in the red here is showing strong lifting, and that lifting is going to produce that squall line of showers and thunderstorms across northern New Jersey, down through the Delmarva region, and portions even further east until that passes off the coast and the low moves off of Maine. Yeah. There'll be spokes of energy coming in on the backside of this too. We're not out of the woods just yet. Here it looks like a backdoor cold. Here's another cold front, a secondary cold front and trough axis moving in on Sunday too. And that's going to be producing more precipitation. And it looks like Sunday afternoon is going to be quite stormy around here too. Indeed. And of course, the precipitable water values supporting those showers and thunderstorms along that squall line up to about an inch to an inch 0.2 as we cross over the bridges here of northeastern New Jersey down to the coastline. So it looks like we've got plenty of action here for heavy downpours and convective elements in this precipitation regime and on the water vapor channel for Wednesday afternoon and Wednesday evening. Sunday, water vapor. Yeah, well, that looks like a rainy afternoon to me, according to the latest model guidance from the European model guidance. And then we dry out again as we head into early next week. And here comes the next system on its heels as we head into next week. Right now, that's too far off, but this looks juicy coming in for next Thursday and Friday as well. So that's going to do it for the afternoon update on this Monday, the 19th of April, 2021. I'm meteorologist Robert Smith. If you need to contact us, you can do so by sending us email directly to gardenstateweather@gmail.com. I'm meteorologist Robert Smith. Enjoy the rest of your Monday afternoon.